Hi, this is Isaac from Turn Sounds. Always be polite to someone who has access to your toothbrush.
Welcome to Just Keep Walking. We're a podcast focused on the Walking Dead TV show, and today we're just having a very fun, casual chat. Our state is in the middle of a lockdown, and there's fires and crazy things going on, so we're just taking a break from all of that to have some fun and chat about Walking Dead. So, I'm your host, Ben. I'm joined by Liam. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, Liam here. Good to be here amidst all the chaos that is WA at the moment.
Awesome. And Isaac.
Yes, happy to be here also. And you may notice Woodbury is my background. I very much hope that it doesn't take on the state that your surrounding suburbs are experiencing, Liam, right now with the fires and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
That was legit the fate of Woodbury, though.
I know.
Burnt down.
Can be rebuilt.
Forever in our hearts.
Well, that's true. Yeah, Alexandria got all but blown up, and they rebuilt that. So, yeah.
You build it, they will come.
That's actually diving straight into a random thought, just because it sort of ties to that. So Hilltop, right? Because that got all burnt down and blown up. Do you think they'll rebuild that, or is that it?
Well, I mean, sure. It was more the people I thought were weird about Hilltop, like all of their armor and weird sort of way of doing things. But why? Did it have some kind of strategic advantage, or was it high up, so that's why it was a good camp? Or I forget why it was even important.
Yeah, I think vantage point, obviously top of a hill. But yeah, just the walls and the building and everything, much easier than starting over. They did talk about going on scouting missions, and they'd never seen another place that would really suit for a home. So yeah, I guess just those things.
I realize now that it was the kingdom that had all the strange armor and stuff like that, not Hilltop.
Yeah.
So
although they've combined now because the kingdom fell apart. So
yeah.
So yeah.
No, look, I hope so. Yeah, why not? I would prefer always to see new and greater camps learning from old mistakes. So it'd be nice if they just found a new place and combined the old features and something new. Be nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. Any thoughts, Liam?
No, I'm in the same boat. I mean, I'm on the same page too, actually, in terms of the kingdom armor. It's weird. I've never quite understood it. But anyways, Hilltop. Yeah, I hope they rebuild it. But yeah, it is what it is. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
I always liked Hilltop. It makes sense being on top of a hill. You can see the incoming threats. It makes sense to rebuild.
Yeah. No, true. That's fair. I was actually just earlier today listening to an interview with one of the actors who plays one of the random Hilltop people. And they referred to it as BMX armor sort of thing, or paintball armor, what they're wearing, which is pretty much, I don't know how effective it is against zombies, but better than nothing, I suppose.
Well, we saw a real paintball armor, didn't we, in that one of those final episodes with all the people in white, actual paintball.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff. So there's all that, yeah.
Imagine that, Eugene and all that surrounded, and they're stick them up, and then they all just start shooting at each other and with paintballs, and they've just gotten themselves caught up in the middle of a paintball war.
Very good.
Who knows?
I would imagine a good Eugene quote out of that.
Yeah, I'm not going to try.
The projectiles that are coming for our noggins are not actually bullets, so to speak. They are paint-filled apparatus.
Ipso facto.
That was amazing. I like that.
Yeah. Eugene.
Nicely done. Well, yeah, if they ever need to replace the actor, I'll put your name in.
Sorry in advance, Josh.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Josh. So, yeah, we're just going to do a few fun random segments today. Leah, you thought of one which we've done before, maybe once or twice, but that we could probably revisit and have another go with. Do you want to introduce us to that?
With pleasure. So we haven't really given this a proper name yet, but I'm just going to call it How Would They Do in the Walking Dead Apocalypse. So think of a celebrity, a person of interest, or public figure that people were pretty familiar with. how would they fare? So I think the last one we did, old mate Tony Gallardi from Spy Shed.
Yeah.
Let's think
Tony
of
Gallardi.
round 2. So Benji, you want to kick us off?
Oh, we already did The Rock, didn't we? Did that come up at one point? Maybe.
We did.
All right, I'm going to say The Rock then. I'll get it. So, look, the question is he too nice of a guy for the apocalypse? Because, like, he's super tough and everything, so the physical side of things, it's not really a problem. If a zombie tried to bite him, it'd probably break its teeth off. But, but like, he's so nice and charismatic, so maybe he wouldn't be very good with, like, you know, tactics, or maybe it'd get taken advantage of. I don't know. Isaac, any thoughts on that?
Well, are we saying that it's, Dwayne Johnson as an actor, or just like his kind of the characters he portrays in movies?
Oh, it's a good question.
Ooh, that is a good question.
Just the guy himself is what I'm getting at.
He would be like the king on like lovable steroids, if that makes any sense. Like, so all the, the charisma and whatnot of the king, and, but man, you've said this before, Ben, that like, Dwayne Johnson just throws himself into every single role. He's just so charismatic, and he'd be great. I think so. Solid.
Liam, is that a good pick?
I think that's a great pick. I think he would fare quite well in the apocalypse. Okay. He would rise up as the leader of a community, I reckon.
100%. Like, yeah, anyone, just as soon as you meet him, you go, all right, I'm following you. What are we doing?
Exactly. But can you imagine, like, the saviors rocking up, like Negan bashing on the walls, little pig, let me in. Dwayne Johnson opens his thing. It's like, what do you want? Nothing. We're good.
He'd have some witty comeback about like bacon or something like that. He'd turn the pig line back on him. Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah. As long as he's a good guy, that would be a good pick. True. You wouldn't want to face off with him as if he was Negan or something like that. But yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, Isaac, have you got anyone you'd like to throw into the mix?
It's funny because my actual ultimate dream of an actor is already in there, and that, of course, is Dan Fogler, as you know. Yeah. So, so I've really gotten all I want. But if I did have to throw a name out there, we haven't talked about Harrison Ford, have we? Or have we?
No, I don't think so.
We haven't.
Okay. I'm actually thinking maybe younger Harrison Ford, because older Harrison Ford...
Yeah, good caveat there.
Older Harrison Ford would kind of be like, I don't know, just let them eat me or something. I don't care. Like, whatever. But younger Han Solo or Harrison Ford, indie type Harrison Ford, yeah, go get her, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when they were filming Indiana Jones, the guy like stapled like the hat to his head because it kept falling off when they were filming. Whoa. So he's hardcore.
Whoa.
Far out. No wonder he's grumpy nowadays.
Yeah. Still got a bit of like staple in his forehead. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Younger Harrison.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Literally.
Yeah. Crystal Skull. Yeah. 100%. Would he be like a loner, do you think? Would he just go out and do his own thing, or would he be a good contributing member of a community? Any thoughts, Isaac?
Come on, man. Like, okay, so still talking younger Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
If it was older Harrison Ford, no way. He'd be the loneliest loner you ever saw. He'd still, like, you were caught in a bear trap and there were walkers coming. He'd probably still just kill them and then leave you in that bear trap and then walk away.
Exactly.
Like... Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Any thoughts, Liam? Harrison Ford?
I love it. I think that'd be great. Now, because I'm a visual person, I'm now visualizing an old grumpy Harrison Ford walking past someone in a bear trap, killing off all the walkers, but then looking at him like, you got yourself in here, you get yourself out, and just walk it off. But younger Harrison Ford, yeah, that'd be cool. I can definitely see him. I see him sort of like drifting between communities, and as soon as he walks in, like he just He's instantly at home. He's charismatic. People gravitate to him, so fits in very well. But then he's like, all right, yep, I'm done here. Let's go for a wander. And
Oh yeah, yeah, I like it. Although he'd, because he's learned from Indiana Jones where the guy comes up and does the fancy sword thing and then he just like shoots him. I imagine, just anytime a Negan or someone like blocks the road or anything like that, it's just, just shoot him, deal with it straight away. Not that that would work, but yeah, he'd probably give it a go. Okay. Yeah. Well, have you got anyone in mind, Liam, that you'd like to throw into the apocalypse?
Whoa. I was thinking of absolutely nobody in particular, and I don't know why this person came into my mind, but she just jumped into my mind now.
Okay.
Anne Hathaway.
Oh, I don't know much about her, like, as a person. Hey, obviously
neither do I.
familiar with her movie, right? Okay. Well, let's say, like, Catwoman sort of vibes then from Dark Knight Rises, or were you thinking a different version of Anne Hathaway?
No, I was thinking that and Get Smart, so you're on the same train there.
Ah, yeah. Yeah,
So I think she'd be okay.
Yeah, very much like Rosita. Hey, like she'd probably know martial arts or something like that.
And she'd probably be with Dwayne Johnson. Let's be honest.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. Anne Hathaway, Isaac, any thoughts?
I'm not her biggest fan on a day-to-day basis.
So you're hoping she gets eaten?
No. Maybe if she was a mute character. So what if she was like Connie? She could play Connie's character, I reckon. That'd be all right.
Do you just not like her voice? Is that the problem?
I don't think we should go too far into this. Not such a fan. I'm sure she's a wonderful person.
Yeah.
There was a Family Guy video of Anne Hathaway's like parents or something at home, and then they hear just like a car approaching or something. Look out the window. Oh, look, dear, it's Anne Hathaway. She's back again. Oh, okay. And then there's just this, because that's how like all of her films are received a little bit. Oh, look, it's Anne Hathaway again. Okay.
Right.
That's pretty much my attitude towards it. So
okay, fair enough. So, yeah, look, if Isaac was running the camp, then maybe it wouldn't go so well. But yeah, okay. No, I think she'd be a good choice.
She wouldn't survive a Woodbury anyways.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, okay. One other thing to sort of cap off the discussion is actual Walking Dead actors. So let's say Norman Reedus, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and who else? Maybe like Danai Guerrero, Michonne. Like, how do you think the actual actors would go in the apocalypse? That's assuming, like, we know much about them.
I don't really. I mean,
yeah, fair.
Norman Reedus, sure, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I actually have never seen, other than maybe in the Marvel movies, I haven't really seen the other lady in anything else.
Yeah, me neither, to be honest. I really don't know much about it. Okay.
That being said, I got to say, so I need to get used to putting my hand up again.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I reckon Jeffrey Dean Morgan, out of the three of them, will probably fare the best, purely because I see he lives on a farm, all that sort of jazz. So I think he would know how to take care of himself.
Yeah, definitely. As far as living off the land and just...
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm thinking back. I have, seen some interviews and stuff with Danai Guerrero. She seems like, a very strong personality, which is what you need in the apocalypse. You need someone who just gets stuff done and makes the right decisions. So that's good. But I honestly feel like probably Norman Reedus would be the worst in, at least out of some of the main cast. Because, like, he's great, but he's all, like, artsy and everything. Like, he's into photography and like, he does tough stuff on screen, but I don't see him as someone who would actually live out in the bush in real life.
Doesn't he actually own motorbikes and stuff in real life?
He does ride motorbikes. That's true. Yeah, but more around like Japan or whatever. Like, I don't know if he's so much into living off the land, but maybe. I don't know him.
That being said, there is this like instant perception of anyone who rides a motorbike that they're like a tough guy, badass, like a bit of a rebel. I ride a motorbike.
Well, hey.
Yeah.
That says all you need to know.
Well, all right, it looks like I'm going to be fine.
Out of the three of us, definitely.
Even though it's the worst way to travel. Like, I love the fact that Daryl's riding around on a bike in The Walking Dead in season 2, I think it is. But I look at it, I'm like, that makes no sense at all. I mean, not only are you exposed if like you randomly come across a herd or even one or two, all it takes is for it to stick its arm out, and as you go past it, it swipes you. Yeah. But especially his specific bike, which is similar to mine, it's a cruiser, or he's got more of a chopper. They're loud. So,
yeah.
Yes, it's cool, but everything around you is going to be like, that direction.
Okay, so not so smart.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, like maneuverability is like maybe the only thing you could argue is that if you need to turn around really quickly or something, or no? Okay.
Not on choppers and cruisers.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
I don't know what. I'm not super smart on bikes. I know mine weighs about 250 kilos.
Okay.
I imagine his would be a little bit lighter if I had to guess, but. Yeah, if you want to move something that weighs 250 kilos very quickly in a different direction, it's not that easy.
Okay.
You're likely to just come straight off it.
All right, that's good to know. So, yeah, we'll put him at the bottom there. Sorry, Norman readers. Cool. All right. Well, another segment we haven't done in a little while is the escape scenario, which I think was Isaac's idea originally. They're always good fun. Have you got like the music there by any chance? Don't worry if not.
Ooh.
No, don't worry if it's not like set up. Yeah.
Shelby took. She's running an online class at the moment for a client, so I've not got my little device.
Oh, yeah. All right. Blame the wife. Fair enough.
Not blaming. Explaining.
Yeah. So, essentially, the idea is we'll give someone a scenario. They're in a certain location, and the apocalypse breaks out. What are you going to do to try and escape? So. I've got one that I've thought of. Well, I'll do one for Liam, then maybe Liam, you can do one for Isaac as well.
Yes! You ain't getting out of it that easy.
All right. Okay, and as something very special we're going to put in this one. This segment is brought to you by Time's Up Escape Rooms, which is an escape room thing in Perth. I know the person who runs it. I don't know them very well, but they put in a lot of effort into their marketing stuff and all that. So I was like, hey, why not give them a bit of a shout out? Escape rooms are always good fun. And it also, it shows, hey, here's one of many opportunities if other businesses want to jump in and actually maybe send us some money to, plug their product.
Is this a freebie?
There you go. It is a freebie. It's just, yeah, there we go.
Good on you, Ben. Good on you. This is what we're all about at Turn Sounds.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. Supporting local businesses. So if you're local, it's free. All right. So, Liam, you are on a cruise ship.
Oh gosh.
Maybe let's say you're in the dining room having dinner. And you start to hear some zombie noises behind you. And, okay, we'll say the closest land is like, I don't know, 1 kilometer away or something like that. So you could, if you found a way to make a raft or something, you probably could get away that way. So that's just giving you your options. All right, go for it. And we'll put the music in later.
All right. Okay. So they're coming in. I'm eating my meal. This is really different without the music now. I have to try and think of the music.
I'm going to count you down from a minute. There you go.
All right. Are we starting again? Is that what's happening then?
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Giving him time to think.
All right, so I've got my meal, having a lovely meal. It's great, tastes delicious. Chicken parmigiana with steak because I like to indulge sometimes. All of a sudden, they're coming in. Nah, all right, because I've got a steak, I've also got a steak knife. I'm like, cool, protection. My posse that I'm with, I might grab cutlery, grab anything you can to defend yourself, get out onto the deck. So we make a beeline for the deck. Okay, we need to find ropes. Everyone's going to be going for the escape boats, the little safety boats, whatever you call them. We don't want none of that, but this is going to be a safe space here once we take out the zombies.
25 seconds.
Okay, we all get some ropes. We cut the ropes off. We tie them to the edge of the ship. We jump overboard, hold onto the ropes. So the ship, wherever it's going, we're still a part of it, but we're now safe from all the zombies. Now we're going to then come back and wipe out all the zombies, and that's going to be our safe zone because the rest of the world is buggered. So we're going to stick on the boat.
Okay.
Wow.
At the moment, I am very wet. I'm regretting jumping off because it
So
hurts
say
from that
that again.
height.
Are you in the water being dragged
Yes.
along by the boat?
That's exactly right.
Okay. All right, Isaac, why don't you let us know your thoughts? How did Liam do?
Look, all things considered, on a cruise ship, it's very close quarters, so a steak knife was a good idea. Yeah, so I imagine you don't want to be wet in any of these situations because...
Not ideally.
Look, I think you're alive still. I think you're okay. For how much longer,
Okay
I
is
don't
a
know.
strong word.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's like a torture that pirates did back in the day, isn't it? They'd like tie someone up by their hands and like drag them behind the
Oh
ship.
my god.
Until they drowned. So
Well, there's
it
a bunch of
wouldn't
us.
be-
We're all
it wouldn't be
supporting
my
each other.
first choice. Okay, yeah. So maybe the bottom few people can take one for the team, and you can just surf on top of them.
Yeah. And see, there's going to be some schmucks who have gone out in the escape boats. However, I'm guessing in the process of trying to lower the boats and all that, either a zombie's jumped in or nicked one, so someone's going to turn. But at the end of the day, I don't want to leave the ship because everything on shore is probably far worse.
Yeah.
So if I can get back onto the boat once it's sort of calmed down a bit and the zombies aren't like, ooh, people everywhere.
Yeah.
Take them
Okay.
out that way. Then
No,
this
that's a good
becomes
point.
Fort Liam.
So you just avoid the feeding frenzy and the chaos, and then when the zombies are like bored and just wandering around, then you can sneak up.
That's
like
the
it.
idea.
All right, that's a very clever idea.
Myself and my posse. So as it stands, myself and my crew, we're all dangling from a cruise ship attached to different
So
ropes.
are you in the water or are you just on the side of the ship? Because I would say the side of the ship would work a lot better if like there's a little ledge you could lean against or something.
I like that. I didn't think of that. I'm going to say we're in the water because I didn't think of that.
Okay, fair enough. You go through a swarm of jellyfish. Ah!
One person let go, like, no!
That's fun. That's cool. Have you got a situation you can think of that you'd like to chuck Isaac into?
Oh, internet connection.
Oh,
no.
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Oh.
Alrighty.
All right, I'll go. I'll start the timer as soon as you've explained it.
Okay, so you've gone out on a country trip with your wife and you're in Kmart, a country town, small country town, Kmart. It's about half an hour till the shop closes. Just doing a quick little shop to get some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Is it Kmart here in Australia or in America's Kmart's? Because it's two very different.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that. I'm going to say here in Australia.
Damn it. Okay.
And go.
Well, okay, so it's pretty much buggered straight away because there's nothing good at Kmart in Australia. All right, so I run to the housewares section straight away and gather up all of the pillows and blankets that I can possibly muster. I've still got my wife with me, actually, so that's another set of hands. So we both pile up on all of the pillows, the blankets, towels, everything that we possibly can. We run to... we're ducking and dodging, trying to be as quiet as possible while they're pouring in the store and we find the fire exit. This is probably on the second story, so we climb down the fire exit. If we happen to run into any walkers along the way, we got pillows. We got towels to quickly wrap around them, turn them around, and shove them the other way. We also have, comfortable sleeping stuff for later on if we happen to make it to nighttime. But mostly, the old keeping on the jellyfish theme. Just throw a towel over them. They can't see. They can't hear as well. And we're out in the car park. We're out in the parking lot. Possibilities are endless. And future's looking bright.
I like it.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, okay. Because, the weapons and stuff are kind of limited, but you're making use of what's available. Plenty of bed sheets and pillows and all those sort of things. That's clever.
Thank you.
Very, because I'm surprised by that. And I think most people would go for something they can use as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you're like, no, pillows, towels. Very clever.
Because if we do happen to get wet or it's cold or something, then that's also a bit of warmth. It's also shelter. You can hang above you, protection from the kind of. Yeah.
And if you can get your hands on some sort of like gaffer tape or whatever, you can tape pillows around you and look like the Michelin Man, and then you got all this protection. If a zombie bites you, it gets a mouthful of feathers.
That's it.
I like it.
Solid.
Verdict, very safe.
Very safe.
Out in a car park with a swarm that's starting to close in, but extremely safe.
I wonder if you could just like stack a pile of pillows on top of you, even if there's this massive horde approaching, and just like hide under a pile of pillows. As long as you don't suffocate, you might be alright. I'll just walk over it.
Even if you have like a king-sized sheet or something, I wonder if you could, especially if you got two people, you could maybe throw it over 3 or 4 walkers at once. And you could use a stack of pillows to like push the zombies away without having to touch them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And don't they, at least in season 6 they do this, is to put their guts on themselves to mask the smell, they use bed sheets so that it doesn't get all over their clothes and skin and stuff. So, hey.
Yeah. And one final thought on that. Can you imagine if there were any whisperers in that horde coming towards you and you just threw a blanket over them? They'd be like, what the hell?
It would work, though.
Yeah.
It'd give you at least
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, I like that. Making the best of limited options.
I don't like Kmart. They don't sponsor us, and I hope they don't.
And they never will.
Yeah.
What about Target? That's pretty much the same, isn't it?
It's a little better. I don't know if Target is Australian only or if it's in America as well.
Target's much bigger in America, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
Like, at least as far as movies go, like, this is all I really know about, is that, here if there's like an exclusive version of a movie, it'll be at JB Hi-Fi. It'll be like the JB Hi-Fi exclusive. Over there, it's the Target exclusive. So that's kind of one of the big shops over there. So, yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Okay, so something else that I thought we could go through. I was thinking like, okay, should we do like a whole season 10 recap and what we thought of it? But it was a bit vague and we didn't really prepare too much anyway because I kind of sprung this on you guys last minute. So I was thinking let's narrow it down a bit, get a bit more specific, go through some of the main cast of characters, which I've pulled up a Wikipedia article for, and we can maybe rate like out of 10, let's say, how good their storyline was for season 10 or how they were handled. All right, so yeah, we'll see how we go. We don't have to spend too long on each person, but yeah, let's go for it. So, Daryl, what do we think of Daryl? So he was pretty much acting as more of a leader this time round, and yeah, had a lot more interactions with the other characters than usual. Not as much of a loner. So, Liam, do you want to give us your thoughts? And can you think of a number out of 10?
I would probably say 9, if not 10, just because I'm biased. Daryl's great.
Yeah.
But that being said, like you said, he's more in a leadership role this season. There's a real connection between him and Judith, which I love. It's great to see. Yeah, you just sort of see him stepping up to another level of leadership, which is great, especially given everything that's happening.
Oh, cool. Isaac?
Yeah, was this the season where he's coming around to Negan, but he still really doesn't trust him, doesn't want to give him a weapon? That's this season?
Exactly, yeah.
So as a character moment, him sort of getting to, not to like him, because I remember that there's even a line like, trying to get me to be pals with you or something like that. That to me is maybe the only drawback, because I think we as the audience all really want to give Negan another shot, and we can see that he's actually trying, despite all of his, snarky comments and smart remarks. Yeah, I think Daryl's resistance to the change even though it's well warranted, why would you trust Negan if you were actually there? Yeah, it does get in the way of me liking him a little bit more in this season, because I'm just like, just give him a break, like give him another shot. So, but still very high. I'd say like, 7 or 8. Yeah, probably an 8. I really like his scenes with Judith and with, like you say, stepping up to the leader role in the community. It's good.
Yeah, solid. Cool. Yeah, yeah, let's say like 8, somewhere around there. Sorry, excuse me.
Oh, dear.
It's not happening again like the other time.
We can't help you. We just have to watch you.
Oh, no. Okay. So, yeah, no, I think definitely it's just good to see him progressing as a character, because I would say like seasons 2 and 3 were where he really shined, and that was where everyone really started to like him, because he was sort of, the outcast and doing his own thing, but you could see that he had a heart of gold and really cared about what was going on, but he still had that sort of place as a side character. So that worked really well, but then if he just stayed like that and never changed, it would be a bit flat. So as a natural progression of the character and where he is now, I think an 8 is pretty solid. I can't think of too much to complain about, aside from that he's maybe a bit grumpy or whatever here and there.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. Okay, Michonne, she was mostly just in the first half, and then she bailed to go find Rick. Any thoughts on Michonne, Liam?
I would say this is the season where she's very much against the groups coming together at the start. Is that this season or last season?
No. So that's more season 9, but
season 9.
I think, here it's more just managing the threat of the Whisperers potentially attacking. Yeah,
I'd probably say 8. Yeah, she's doing what she needs to do. The only drawback being that she left.
Yeah, true.
Don't do that. Stay on The Walking Dead.
Fair. Cool. Isaac, any thoughts?
Exactly the same as it happens. I really can't add any more than that.
Yeah. I mean, she really didn't play like a major role compared to some other seasons, at least. Like she was sort of there doing her thing, and a bit of a leader, definitely a leader towards the start. But yeah, I would say let's go with the 8. Just because, I can't think of much to complain about that she did wrong, but she kind of just did the usual Michonne thing and did it well. So, yeah, there we go. 8. Okay, Carol. Liam.
I'm going to say like a 4 or a 5.
Yeah.
Just because she's been very annoying. And so 4 or 5 is probably being generous. All the decisions she's made have really, really irritated me, and I know that that's the direction they're wanting to go with her, and that's the emotion they're trying to elicit, I think. But it's just stupid. Given all of the stuff that's happened throughout this show, for her to be in the mind frame that she's in right now, doing what she's doing, stop it. Stop. Doing all this stupid stuff that's now resulted in what Connie, and who was the other person that was missing?
Magna.
Magna. Connie and Magna, who did come back, but was still without Connie. Yeah, she's annoying at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 4 or 5.
Okay, Isaac.
Yeah. I think I'm incredibly prejudiced on this point. Like, pretty much it sums it up right in whatever episode it was, and you'll tell me which one it was and the title, Ben, and how long it ran for. The one where Carol pretty much looks at Daryl and says, like, yell at me, tell me off, like, tell me I'm the worst or something. And he's just like, no, I'm through with telling you off. Like, you know exactly what you've done and all of that. And yeah, point to Daryl actually on that one.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Obviously, it's the way she's being written. Great job acting as always. But like, yeah, you've got to switch things up. It's just annoying after annoying after annoying. Like, not even, I think, what I like to see and don't like to see. I think it's actually like, look to the past, look to the things you've done previously, which have gotten people you love either killed or hurt, and don't do those things. Learn from that. And she still does it. She still acts selfishly and impulsively and just with no regard for her own life and, people around her as well. I just think we've had enough of it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd go with like a 2 maybe, or a 3. Like, I'm trying, because there's just so much. Like, I've rewatched the season once or twice now, and it's just like, do you really want us to not like the character? Because she's just so unlikable. Almost everything she does is like selfish and goes against the needs of the group, and just really not likable this season very much. A couple of redeeming things are like, obviously coordinating the whole Negan thing was interesting. At least it's still kind of selfish, but it was a cool moment at least to see like, oh yeah, okay, Carol's done this, but so Badass Carol's really fun, like thinking back to season 5 when she helped the group escape from Terminus and stuff like that. Like, that's awesome. Give us more of that. But that was her, going out of her way, risking her own life to save the group and all this stuff. So, so give us more of that, but not as selfish or, getting everyone else killed sort of thing. Yeah. So, look, Carol, there's still room for you to improve. I liked her a lot in season 9, but yeah, she's got a bit of a way to go now, I think. All right, we could do these next few a bit quicker. Rosita, Liam, any thoughts? She had the baby from the start of this season. Hey, yeah.
Similar to Carol, and a lot of the stuff she seems to be doing is annoying, which confuses me because I really like her character. But I'm going to go maybe a 7. I think there's just a lot of annoyingness coming out of her mouth.
Really? Like what?
Very whiny, I feel like she's been this season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like she's been quite whiny this season.
Yeah, a bit. I can't think of too many examples. I mean, Sadiq did die, so...
It's true.
Yeah, I'll give her a pass there. Actually, I do have to... I might retract my previous statements, thinking about how she stepped up when Beta was in Alexandria. That was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
You know what? I will take that back. Looking back now, I suppose I'm just trying to remember what scenes she has been in. The first scenes that I was thinking of were... I think she wanted to come out on a supply run or something, and Gabriel was saying no.
Right.
And she was having a little bit of a tantrum about it.
Right.
So that, I'm like, you're a mother. Don't do this. Just stay with your child. But everything else has actually been pretty good. Seeing her step up and be like taking on Beta, and I'm seeing obviously having Sadiq die. Like, it's been some really tough stuff for her, but she's soldiering through. So.
Yeah, cool.
Long live Rosita.
Yeah, nice. All right, Isaac.
Yeah. I am excited to see what her character is going to be like in the next season. Well, sorry, there's one more season, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. In the next season, because I feel like every single season we've seen her in, she's just been the companion of, Abraham or the Father Gabriel or Sadiq or whatever, the case may be. And it doesn't really seem like she has a whole lot going on her own ever. It's more like the drama that she's having with whatever partner it's with at the time. So for that, it's a little bit bland for me. I don't really care for her as a character too much. It's, probably a 6 or a 7 this series. She hasn't really fluctuated too much or done anything horribly annoying. Yeah, I think I was most annoyed by her when she was getting Eugene to make that bullet and she was just held strung on killing Negan and all that. But I think, it's fine. I don't really have an opinion either way.
Okay, fair. Nice.
Don't mind her.
Yeah. I'd probably, I quite liked her this season. I'd go with like a 9 maybe. Just because obviously she wasn't a major player, but the role she did have on the side, she stepped up in a few parts like fighting Beta and things like that. But I also liked, it only really happened in one episode pretty much, but she had a bit of an arc at least with, being this very independent person who'd go out fighting walkers or, always martial arts training and stuff like that. But now she's realized, especially now that Sadiq's died, I really have to, think about this baby and it's not all just about me. So that doesn't make her less of a badass and mean that she'll step up and do what she's got to do. But I like that she's sort of grounded herself as well. So yeah, that's cool.
Fair. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. What do we got next? Eugene. He's really had the whole thing with Stephanie and the satellite and all that. Yeah.
Stephanie.
Okay. Do you want to turn this out? Isaac, why don't you go first?
I like him. I think this has been one of the better seasons for him. He's really risen up now. He's no longer, afraid and cowardly. He's willing to take charge. I like that he's hit the road with the king and with Arrow Lady.
Yeah.
Yumiko.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. Yeah, I like that he's willing to do that, willing to push ahead even with a bad leg or whatever the case may be. He's just such a go-getter. I think he's really taking charge of his life, understanding his role in the community and trying to be as helpful as he can. And the man likes pickles, so why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Liam.
Was
that it? Yeah.
Yeah, throw it about 7 or an 8.
7. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, ditto to everything you just said. I've liked how he stepped up, and I really liked the fact that there's a lot more courage there. Yeah, just getting stuff done and not afraid to go out and take action. That's been really cool to see. But there's still, the standard Eugene where he's tinkering away, and it's nice to see the little glimmer of hope for a love interest for him. Seeing him get his heart crushed by Rosita, it's like, come on, man. Eugene's the good one here. Yes, he's a little bit odd. Just go with it. So I hold out hope for this man.
Okay.
So
cool.
I'd probably say an 8.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Yeah, same here, 7 or 8. I think because I wasn't a huge Eugene fan for a while. Like his whole thing with the Saviors, obviously, where he was sort of kind of joining them for a while, and then even in season 9, like there was a lot to like about him, but anytime he got a scene, it just seemed like a waste of time filler. Or like, for example, do you remember when he wrote up like the happiness chart for Rosita and he was trying to help Father Gabriel decide if he wanted to stay with her? It's like, well, I've calculated all these things and this will determine how happy she is in this scenario. It's like, what are you talking about, man? This is a waste of time. So that stuff annoyed me for a bit, back in season 9. But I think here, at the start, I didn't like that was still continuing, and the whole Rosita thing is like, come on, man, get over her. Like, Rosita's chosen to be with Father Gabriel. She's made a decision. Just get over it. But as soon as that finished, then he became way more likable to me, and seeing him go off to his own thing, and then, this whole thing with Stephanie has been awesome, I think. So, yeah, 7 or an 8, somewhere around there. Yeah. Okay. look, there's so many characters. We don't have enough time to go through them all today, but at least the next one on this list, which we'll maybe end it there, is Father Gabriel, who's been a lot more like grumpy, I guess, this season. but he's had his fair share of moments. So yeah, Isaac, can you think of any thoughts for Father Gabriel?
I'm not done yet. Look, not really. I'm trying to think about like what notable things he's helped out with. He's like the stick in the mud this season, isn't he? Like with like wanting to do everything right by the council and not really wanting to take in other outside ideas because nope, we have to vote and we have to this and that. Am I remembering that correctly? Is that him?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, like sure, it's the pragmatic response to when you're dealing with a democracy here, which we all love. But it makes you go, like loosen up a bit. But look, he's always been by the book anyway, so literally the book.
The book, yeah.
So yeah, look, probably a 6 for me. Not annoying, doesn't get in the way, but kind of could be a little more lenient sometimes, I think.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Liam?
Similar train of thought, except it's sort of nice to see him being a bit more proactive in, it's going to sound strange, but the violence. Like
right.
He's okay with, defending his own. And
he
does
killed
what he needs to
Dante
do.
as well, hey?
Yeah, like that actually, I forgot about that part until now. Yeah, it's interesting with that in mind. Yeah, he beat him to death, didn't he? Or did he?
I think he just choked him to death.
When did this happen?
Oh no, he stabbed
in
him,
the prison.
didn't he?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, when they had
the
him
prison cell.
Yeah,
he came in and had a go at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Seeing like he's sort of unhinged in a little bit, but he's also okay with going, "Yep, this is the world we're in now. Let's get my hands dirty." But I'm in the same train of thought with Isaac, in the sense of, come on, loosen up a little bit. But yeah, a little bit unhinged in like the whole Dante scenario. Yet you want to be by the book with everything else.
Yeah,
can't have it both ways, man.
Well, yeah, that's dangerous saying loosen up because then he goes and kills someone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he's very much one extreme or the other. Hey. Okay, yeah, no, interesting. Yeah, I really like him as a character, but not as much this season. So I'd say maybe like a 4 or something like that. He certainly had some good moments, and it's interesting to see him changing a bit. But yeah, I just think of the time like when Rosita was talking to him about, when she's just lost Sadiq and all this stuff going on, and then he's not even listening. He's like stressing out about something else. It's like, oh, come on, man, that's not very nice. So look, he had plenty of great moments, especially in the last episode, fighting off all those whisperers. But I'm not a big fan of Grumpy Gabe. And I'm open. I'm very keen to see where they're going. But from what we're seeing in the next few bonus episodes, there's going to be one with him and Aaron, and it seems like he's going even further down that path of just like losing all hope in humanity and just like looking at the world a lot more negatively. So I don't know if I'm a big fan of that, but we'll have to wait and see where they go with it and what happens. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so maybe we'll come back to this. We can go through a few other characters at another point. We'll see what happens. Just a quick note to say Judith would be like a 10 out of 10 for me, and also I loved Sadiq when he was there.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy that he got killed off. That's like one of the few deaths that I was like, oh, come on. I don't like that. Yeah. Would there be any other standouts just off to the top of your guys' heads?
Negan.
Yes.
Negan?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. No more needs to be said. Negan, yeah, he's coming around. He's getting there.
I can't help but feel like somehow this show, it's due time that they bring back Woodbury as well. And that's all I have to say.
Fair enough. Imagine if that's like the soldiers at the end who surround Eugene. They're like the new Woodbury. They've rebuilt it and they've built like this whole army and everything.
I tell you, no one will be cheering louder than me if that happens.
I like it. Well, that's where Rick's been all along, just hanging out in Woodbury.
Well, could you blame him?
I need to get back to my family, but this is such a great place. I need to stay here.
Nice.
I've got lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks.
100%. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to wrap it up there. Is there any last thoughts or anything that you guys wanted to bring up while we're here?
Wrap it up in total, or?
Yeah. I think so. And
I got 2 quick trivia questions for the both of you.
Oh, yes, please go for it.
So first of all, to you, Liam, because in the last one we did, your specialty was more of like a villain's bad guy type thing. I was remembering this just the other day and it made me laugh. So what is the nickname that the Saviors give to Rick?
Oh, they gave him a nickname?
Yeah.
Which Saviors in particular?
Simon uses it, Negan uses it, and I think even one of his henchmen say, like, we're looking for...
Oh, I think I've remembered it. Is it Prick?
Close.
Oh, no, I thought it was that.
They do use it, but they mash it with his other name. Pretty much they just call him...
You're pretty much there,
yeah.
Ah, what was the next part of it then?
Well, yeah, it's pretty much just that. They just call him Rick the Prick every time, yeah.
Where's Rick the Prick?
Yeah. And my question for you, Ben, was what episode does that first pop up in?
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
Good question.
Going very advanced here.
That's all I can do, because you'll know everything.
Yeah, you might have me with this one.
I don't actually know the answer myself. I've
Oh,
got
okay.
myself out.
All right, well, I could say anything there and we wouldn't be able to check it. So
I'll find out.
I
Homework.
don't know, to be honest.
Shoot out a guess, and then I'll check it up.
Season 8, episode 3. Or
Okay.
2 or 3. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a guess.
There you go.
Because I feel like it's after he's attacked the sanctuary and surrounded it all with walkers and stuff. They're like, now we really hate this guy. That's a guess, though. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Good question. Very good questions.
Very good. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up this show about there, but we've got lots of exciting stuff coming up. So I'll just run through a few things on Instagram Live. I've just been doing a pile of random live streams with other Walking Dead fan pages just to chat and hang out. So and it also works to potentially like I don't know, just get to know other people and if we can work out a timing wise to do a show with all of us together, that's great. But usually they're in America, and so it's a bit tricky. But yeah, essentially just chatting about Walking Dead. So if you're interested, there's plenty of those on Instagram, and I'll be publishing some in the podcast feed as well soon. And we've got a couple of very exciting interviews coming up. So the 2 that are sort of confirmed to happen at the moment, but we're just sorting out a date, is director Laura Belzy, who she's done 3 episodes so far, and then 3 that are coming up in the bonus episodes in a few months. So yeah, very excited to be talking to her. I really like just the way she looks at filmmaking and everything. She's very passionate about it. So yeah, excited for that. And then we've also got Evan Schrodick, I'm going to say that's how we say his name. It's I could be butchering the last name there, but he's essentially one of the editors. He's been involved in the show since season 4 up to season 9, and so edited a whole pile of episodes, so that's going to be lots of fun as well. Yeah, and we'll probably within the next month those are going to happen. We're still just sorting out dates, but yeah, lots to look forward to there. And also on Instagram, I've shared this if anyone's seen my 6-part project, Inside the Music of the Walking Dead. We've got the first part out now, and I've almost finished part 2. So, that's just a fan project I've been putting together for a while, sort of analysing the music and showing appreciation for it. So check those out on our YouTube channel. Just Keep Walking if you're interested at all.
Nice.
There we go. Awesome. So, Isaac, do you want to plug Turn Sounds as well, real quick?
Absolutely. So we've recently on our website, turnsounds.com, started our very own initiative. We're calling it Plugged In. That's where members can go and create an account on our Turn Sounds website, and they can decide if they want to sponsor us or not. And then that pretty much, we haven't launched anything for Just Keep Walking yet, but Ben and I are about to,
haven't I?
well, no, we're actually going to start to negotiate that one there. Going to talk about that one.
Okay.
But effectively, you create an account, you decide how much you want to support, and then you unlock a whole lot of extra content relating to the show that you want to support. So at the moment, we got them for Astromech, our Star Wars show. We got them for Move Your Mind, our health and fitness and well-being show. And we might get a little something going for this one. So
cool. Okay.
Yeah. But mostly it really helps out our vision for Turn Sounds and grow as our platform for podcasting and stuff. So that's really helpful for us to
and just to cover the the costs of publishing and stuff like that. We go through a subscription, and the more you upload stuff, you get sort of pushed to different tiers of how much you have to pay. So just to help cover those costs as well. Any support is always appreciated if you do enjoy listening. So which I would hope you do if you've made it to the end of this. So there we go. All right. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. Isaac and Liam, thank you so much for joining in these crazy times. Hopefully we'll be back in the studio recording another one for you soon. So thanks for listening, and just keep walking.